the one session, every session has a different people.
We do what we can.
Yeah, I know, actually, you better get used to it when you get on to the staff, you know.
So what are we doing, warm-up discussion?
A warm-up, oh yeah, so we're supposed to talk about it last week, so,
So I have news from last
Yeah.
week. I'm really excited. I spent some time today kind of rewriting or editing the story. It's much longer and I think more robust. I ended up not using the little like research example stories because I think it'll just be too abstract and not really give entrance, but to the rest of it. So I'm excited. It's like much longer and
beefier.
yes, and it's
More meaningful.
more descriptive in
Yeah.
terms of the courses and what the program actually is. I think if a student was reading it, it's not too long, but they would be able to be like, oh, I know what I might be doing while I'm there. Like it gives examples of courses and things like that. So I'm excited. Last week was very helpful.
Okay. Yeah, because we talked about, you know, what the student would be looking for, that kind of thing. Yeah.
I didn't watch the YouTube video.
Yeah, there you go.
Apparently somebody's watching. I actually haven't figured out the
Hi,
one.
Diana.
Some of the earlier videos have like 7 views.
Yeah?
Yeah.
7 views. Very impressive. I'm surprised I had 7 views. One is Randy, one is Diana, we all know. There are 5 other people who watch us. Yeah.
Interesting.
Randy stuff.
Yeah, Randy's staff.
Johanna.
Johanna. We should have some clip of that and make it into like a skit, you know, for funny.
A clip of what?
Yeah, our video.
I'm sure there's no permission, right?
Oh my gosh.
It can be part of our IME roast.
Yeah, there we go. I think those are so much fun. I used to get that every Christmas. Oh my gosh.
People being roasted have to have thick skins though.
Oh, yeah.
To not
Yeah.
be sensitive at
Oh
all.
yeah. No, I can't. Actually, they think I was really boring. They normally don't find very funny things about me, so I have to like create something for them.
We'll just plant it.
We used to make fun of our senior management, all the senior vice president, you know, just impersonate them, you know, make them really ridiculously looking. It's a lot of fun. It's a good venting process.
Mhm.
We should do that.
I don't know if that would go over.
I don't think we should do that, yeah.
MIT does it at the holiday party.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to be stated that I am not suggesting that.
Considering that
Let the record
Simpsons
reflect.
cartoon didn't go over that well.
Oh
The
yeah.
roast. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like online like Simpsons generator things.
Oh,
Like,
good job.
yeah, like couple of the grad students or postdocs had done one of our faculty members. It was like David, Matt, Paul, and Juan.
Yeah.
The reception wasn't great.
Oh, they're spot on.
Yeah, it was perfect. It was
It was
great.
perfect.
It was very well done.
But a cool reception.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, no,
It kind of depends on whose reception you were trying
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
to
exactly.
tally.
Exactly. Yep.
Chelsea's not gonna leave before we're done, right?
Do you need your key?
Yeah.
She will.
Yeah. Go right.
Maybe around game
Yeah,
for 5 minutes.
you're a fast reader.
We
so
have
no matter.
1 minute.
1 minute. You have 1 minute. Run. No tripping. No accident.
Yeah, I forgot about that Simpsons thing. That was
Oh,
like
that's
2
a-
years ago now.
Yeah, that is so funny. Oh my gosh.
I thought it was great. That was very nice.
I thought it was great. I was laughing
I
so
wonder what
hard.
happened to it. I don't have a copy of that.
What? I saw.
It's been like slowly pulled. Disappeared.
So I couldn't find those banners, so we're gonna print some.
Okay,
That's
great.
Just print some. I don't know how big they wanna be. You think they would just post it like on a easel or something in the front of the room?
Do we have easels?
We have
Okay.
easels.
So I would say easel size and then a couple this size to just put on the door outside.
Yeah,
So
okay.
another-
Okay. Okay, rewrite. Okay. is home today? then that's week 9, so. This is moderator. Caroline's the question word, I am the sentence, and the one no, is paragraph.
All right, on the abstract too.
discussion. Who's the moderator? This. This is too busy. Isn't it? Because it's clear story, that's where I picked. Is that how we go by? I don't know. Okay.
So readings first, really?
No, I guess we just,
Yeah.
we don't rate, right?
Do we not read?
Wait. I'm still wait.
I forgot to read.
Am I first?
Yeah.
I didn't rate it, but let's say I have a 5.
Give it 4.
5.
No, 2.
You can see like 4.
Oh.
2?
2, yeah. I just couldn't find the relevant therefore. Also the but is not so clear. There is a therefore, but it's not really have anything to do with what they're talking about before, so that's why.
Eyes.
There's a lot of information missing. I mean, I didn't rate it before, so I didn't give it.
Yeah. You just gave a middle of the road. Yeah.
But in rewriting it, I had a hard time rewriting it because I had questions that I felt like needed to be answered in order to rewrite it effectively. So,
Yeah, there was but missing. And I feel like the but is in information that is not there.
I thought there was somewhat a but because it says if this parasite is infecting this crab really heavily, they would. There's a but. They thought that the crabs lived above the ground will be heavily infected, but they didn't find that being the case. So that was the but.
But I don't disagree, but then that was where my question was, because I was like, well, I don't know why this is relevant, because then
Right, and then the last sentence has nothing to do with
Right.
it.
This is startling pointless.
Right,
Yeah, they say-
exactly.
Our data indicate infection by nematodes is not correlated with current duration of time crabs spent above sand.
Right, so the last
what-
sentence.
so what-
Like we also.
Is that what you
Because
did too?
that's what I was like lost in which direction you're going.
Right, exactly, so that's why I thought the therefore is not there.
Because there is kind of a therefore, right, but it's kind of unrelated from the but that you can
Exactly.
see, which is not really like given a proper and to start out with.
But because I agree, but because of that, I felt like we needed another piece of and information.
Uh-huh.
Like, is that what you're looking at? Is how much time, like if these endoparasites, if the sand crabs that are infected with these endoparasites spend more time above or below sand, is that relevant? Is that what we're looking for? I don't know.
Right, yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I feel like that would be a strong but if there was some reason for that. I don't know anything about sand crabs, but like if they usually spend all their time under the sand and then some of them are magically spending time on top of the sand, then you say maybe it's because of these like nematodes or whatever.
Right.
But you don't have any
change
of
the
that
behavior,
information.
right,
So
right.
I just kind of like randomly throwing out things and then they're wrong about it anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you could also throw out the front and then maybe then it start making sense. It talked about, if the ones spend more time above the ground has more parasite, that means there's an abundance parasite around. So that's what they are saying. The beaches are so dry, there's not much parasite there, so it doesn't matter you spend above or spend below. That has nothing to do with the early assumption about manipulation their behaviors, So that's why this is like a totally confusing, two different things.
I guess if you took the last sentence and reorganized it to be the first sentence, to be part of the
That's what I
and.
did.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah, if we say we suggest organisms living in sandy beaches benefit from low parasite loads, we examine sand crabs, so that supports that.
Yeah.
And then I put, however, our data would indicate da-da-da-da-da, and then I added a therefore. Therefore, we did not find alteration in sand crab behavior due to nematodes.
See, I thought there was an unspoken therefore there.
Yeah.
We thought this, but that's not what we found, so therefore
Yeah.
It's not.
it's
Yeah.
not correlated.
It's just not obvious.
Yeah, so I thought, okay.
Okay, 2.
Nobia?
A rating? I don't know, I didn't rate it. 3.
I would like a 5.
Oh, really? I have 7.
Can't give it a 5.
So like a 6.
This, you just leave me hanging. Okay, I gave it a 7 because I seemed to understand what they were trying to say, even though the sequence was not all perfect. But no, I find it's better than the last one. Maybe 7 is a little too high, but I feel like generous.
Too much and.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of too much and, but also then not anything that would drive. It's Tyler.
That's a grad student.
This is the beer goggle study.
Yeah, like nothing that, so I added a sentence saying like, alcohol consumption is known to affect one's perception of oneself and others.
Mhm.
In this research, we examine, like, because it's this one specific thing, then it's like, where you have this whole like world, and you don't tell us that you have this whole world. Maybe that's just me.
I tried to rearrange it as like there's study 1 as kind of like an and then say, but that's not conclusive evidence, so you move forward with a balanced placebo design, which kind of changes it up, and then you kind of come to a different conclusion by the end. So then you get more of a but, and then a little bit of and then a therefore.
Did you write in the therefore?
The
And then-
therefore,
Again?
I don't know, I didn't get that far.
But they didn't complete the therefore for study 1.
Right, there was no professor.
No, I was just wondering, I mean, I felt like the previous one, we kind of had to write in our own
Yeah.
therefores.
See, I sort of thought that, wait, study 1 didn't have a therefore, you're saying?
They seem to me, this seemed like they were saying, we carried out these 2 studies, but to me it was unclear, again, I felt like there was not enough, like if I was talking to this person, I would be asking them a bunch of questions. One of which would be, tell me more about study 1. Right.
I guess I read it as, so in study 1, this happened, everyone who drank more thought they were more attractive, but then study 2 is the but, where in this
People who
one,
didn't
the
drink
control
enough.
group, the
Yeah.
people who didn't drink, I mean, there still
Also
isn't
something
like a
worse, yeah.
direct
Yeah.
look
That's
at
the
it.
but, I saw that with the but, you
So
know,
that-
and then therefore, the
Then that the therefore is that alcohol consumption itself doesn't have
correlation.
correlation, it's the perception of,
Alcohol
Yeah.
consumption. Yeah,
is sort of how I look.
yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, are we done? No?
I'm sure we're almost there. A minute or something.
Yeah, this is definitely better, at least you can manage to sort it out to a reasonably,
It didn't have any like missing stuff.
yeah, it's not a huge gap in data.
Yeah.
But the last, the however though, is again, it's kind of unrelated. Because that however says that the relationship between actual performance, which has nothing to do with what the previous said. The previous didn't really focus on actual performance.
Right, it's the perception.
It's a complete.
Right, it's all perception.
Yeah, so like, where is the actual performance coming? It's
Well,
just
and then the
so-
judge, like, we don't know if the independent, what is the criteria of the independent judges?
Right. So
Their
that
performance
is
anyway.
another one that just kind of threw you off, even though there is like a however, that however, like it just kind of leaving you hanging. Like, okay, then, you know, okay.
Right, because the whole thing is about self-perception, so why throw in
Actual performance,
independent
yeah.
judges and all this stuff?
Question, who has a question? Carolyn, I think. No, Carolyn
I
has
have
the
his
word. You have the word. Pershing is the
That's
story
so not
writer.
clear about, so
Yeah.
now are we doing questions and stuff on these or no?
No.
Claire's
Claire's
abstract.
Claire's story. So,
My own question?
yeah, so the author actually talked about Pershing. I think, is that what it is? So nothing, whatever, no, that's the word. Hold on. Yeah, cheat sheet. This is the word.
Oh, so do I go with word?
But it
Yeah,
says
question and the word go together.
Oh, okay, question and word go together. So, Carol,
Okay, and this is the long?
this is the real one, not
Yes.
the fictional one.
Electron correlation.
From correlation.
So, do you guys want to go around and say, or do you want me to say nothing in
Yeah.
efficient energy transfer makes sense except in the light of electron correlation? Sounds good to me. Okay.
Well, was
Claire, to say if that's-
was that the backwards? Well, nothing in electron correlation makes sense in accepting the light of efficiency of energy transfer?
I think it's.
It's the former?
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm. So nothing in the efficiency of energy transfer makes sense, accepting the light of strong electron correlation. Okay, sounds good. All right.
Is that really true though, if you add electron donating chemical substituents, that it increases energy efficiency?
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
It sounds like molecular engineering.
That's right. So what do we supposed to say, words? Like this is the template, but the words is what? They didn't really use the app. That's what we're supposed to.
No, it's an apt, it's not an ABT, it's an apt.
Isn't there an app?
Yeah.
I'm playing, I'm making a really bad plan, so I apologize, listeners.
Sorry.
Okay, so next.
Are we ready to move on?
We're supposed to look at the table.
At the template?
Yeah. The sentence template, I have the sentence. A and B, A and the text, therefore.
We were actually only like seconds away.
Okay.
So I supposed to get the sentence, right? So A, B, and T. So we know the cytonic energy transfer mechanism is related to efficiency of light hydrogen, that we don't really understand the law of electron correlation. So the study set out to investigate how does the strong electron correlation affect the efficiency of energy transfer by using various electron-donating chemical substitutes to alter the synthetic chromophores. The result indicates that the strong electron correlation is correlated to dramatic increasing efficiency of energy transfer. Therefore, the strong electron correlation can be very useful in designing efficient energy transfer systems. Is that a long sentence?
Sounds good to me.
I did get and that and before, right?
Yeah,
It's a little dragging, but
that's how it works.
yeah. Anybody have different and that and therefore? You did a good job.
I have, yeah, I liked it. I kind of like the way you put intro and then however to
Yep.
introduce your hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
And then do the ABT. I thought that was nice.
Okay. Paragraph. Nadia. Why am I moderating? Why is it you moderating?
Well, we're not there
We're not
yet.
even
You're
there yet.
you're going too fast.
And I'm not ready to do the paragraph. so.
What, I've never understood what we're supposed to do with the fiction.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to write.
I liked yours though.
I know, I thought.
What does that have
Recognize.
anything to do with electron donating?
It's not real.
Well, I like the cookies. That was a very
The cookies were
important, a
good.
very important and unknown part of the history of the
Yeah,
Beatles.
apparently it.
And their breakup.
Yeah.
His name.
If it wasn't for Yoko and the cookies.
Exactly.
She's doing a show in the MoMA, I think. Is she?
Interestingly.
Yeah.
What does she do for a living?
Probably Beatles royalties. I mean,
She still makes songs
She
and stuff.
she sings and
Yeah,
performs
she's still.
She's an artist.
and like I'm sure she has speaking engagements and stuff.
And then she runs a, like John Lennon has like a John Lennon bus, it's like an educational thing, and she's like a big part of that, I think.
I follow
what
her on
does the son
Facebook.
do?
Julian. Eating cookies.
I know
Battling
Julian
his
used to
cookie
make
addiction.
music, right? He was a musician.
He was a musician.
Oh, was he?
That's
For
what
a while.
That's what I thought.
I don't know if he's still active.
You should get together with,
Paul.
no, Billy Joel and Christy Brinkley's daughter.
Yeah.
She does like bluesy, jazzy, but I think it would be an interesting show.
Second generation Beatles. Beatle number 2. Second era. Did Paul McCartney was the king?
Yeah. Stella McCartney.
Musician too?
She's a fashion designer.
Designer.
Well, she can make sure they don't have wardrobe malfunction.
Very important.
In the industry.
Glad we all know the entire lineage of the Beatles.
Wondering how long people's memory will be, like after second generation, it will be hard to trace the lineage.
Okay.
One
Yeah,
generation is
that's true.
about as
Yeah.
much as you can still remember these. Paul Paul still sings really good. I actually saw him.
Did you see him last summer? I saw him last summer.
I saw him the summer before.
Okay.
He just have to change like 15 different guitars. I still think
Yeah.
that's just such a waste of time.
Why does he do that?
I don't know.
He has some.
He has so many
Yeah.
guitars. He just has to change them. Oh my gosh.
Well, he's like acoustic.
We can give him
and
that
electric.
anyway.
Usually it's different types, make sure it's in tune every time.
Yeah.
So you tune them all ahead of time and then you trade them out as they.
Did you
fall
really
of
go
tune.
out of tune like I have to play a song?
Some people-
That would be pretty bad, you know?
Some people strum very vigorously.
But he's still pretty good singer. Yeah, I guess he's like really old. What is he, like 70? Yeah.
Oh, no, you should bring in one of the Rolling Stones children into that
Yeah.
band,
There's
second
several, I
generation
think.
band, right?
Yeah. Oh, children.
I feel like there are some though, right?
Yeah.
This sentence
This
seems
sentence is a really long.
You sure it didn't hang up?
It's still going. I don't know.
We already went through the entire lineage of
Yeah.
Beatles.
Do we wanna redo word and sentence for the fictional one?
Oh, we should,
Do that.
yeah, let's see. What would be the sentence for the fiction one?
It's our time.
Oh, go ahead.
Apparently Paul was involved in school a lot, so that
Yeah.
was like not real.
Oh, yeah. I wanna go. Yeah.
So what is and? So Paul is not a good student because he's messed up after the death of his mother, so he formed a band. Things are going well, but the cookie become a problem. Therefore, what is therefore? Therefore, Paul has to confront Yoko in order to save the band. Well, you didn't say Paul needs to ban the cookie in order to save the band.
Yeah.
Either way, right?
Then he was in a small house in the ordinary world.
I need to get rid of the ordinary one, 'cause-
Yeah, what is that? Francis is the ordinary world.
yeah, I need to get rid of it.
Oh, were those your little prompts?
Yeah.
No, because I was copying the template. Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I forgot to take it out.
Plagiarism.
No, because there's one about a farmer. and
That's
it's
why
like
I was
parentheses,
worried. Remember this
ordinary
flyer
world.
they gave, like
So I was trying to model it
off.
off of that.
And then, you know, like
Yeah,
notation
yeah.
XXX. I'm like, oh, please don't forget to take the XXX out.
Yeah, yeah, they had one
Copying
for email
Wikipedia
address like
Yeah.
that.
Science publications.
Pretty much.
Or like a big draft sign on the
Yeah.
top of it,
So it's pretty cool, they got it.
It's embarrassing. I've done that before.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
left
so
the things in there.
They're like on like slides with like data where you put the X's in, and they're like, I'll put that in later.
It literally follows.
Put the
So
number
you
you
look at
left
the
out.
calculation.
Yeah.
It's full of variables.
Right.
Blog characters and everything.
Each of these.
Yeah.
Right.
Word for word at parts.
David, I think your computer's kaput.
No, it's
It's
going.
okay. It's just really long.
It didn't move. I think it's still in the same place.
No, well,
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go. Word. What is the word?
Did
Did
we
we have
do
the
the
word?
word? Did we do the word?
Yeah, I
We
think
did the word.
it's like the first round is always just for reading and writing and thinking, and then
Okay.
the second
now
round
we
is for
discuss it.
discussing. I don't think we've ever followed it.
Okay. Actually, the one you moderated, we did follow, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
I think
we've
that's-
fallen
Well,
off
it'd be
the
kind of
wagon.
silly to start it
We're
with
just
eight.
innovative.
innovators,
Kept us in line.
we're innovators, so.
I would say nothing in the world of the Beatles makes sense.
Except in the light of cookies.
Exactly.
What would it say in the light of Yoko?
I think the cookies played a more pivotal role than
The
Larger,
usual.
Yoko, yeah, okay, cookies, okay. Cookies, we all agree, cookies are more important than Yoko, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was focused
I
on
mean,
the
it's
paragraphs.
exactly as the story is
Oh, you
written,
already
so I
saw,
can't
worked down the
critique it at all.
paragraphs?
Yes.
Everybody archetypal.
You shouldn't use the word very.
Yeah.
In good English, there's almost never a use for the word very.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
You can always use a sentence without it. It's just like a fluff word.
Yeah.
Very?
I try
Very.
to well.
Like everything is very something. You could always use something that's more descriptive.
Like significant, or,
Yeah.
yeah. So very is
Like
just,
instead of very important, you could say significant or something, or
Yeah.
instead of, I don't know.
very sad, you
Very,
could say.
yeah. You
If
could
s-
say like
Devastated.
devastated or something.
Why? I like very.
You can you should also never use the word utilize. Because you can always use use instead of utilize.
Oh,
There's no
really?
reason. People think it sounds more scientific, but it's kind of just.
Utilize is
more
not the
fluff.
word you use? Oh.
Utilize is not the word you utilize.
Utilize.
Yeah.
Can you employ it then?
So why do they have the word utilize?
I don't know. Utilization can be used sometimes.
There's a difference, but I think it's been used as a use substitute so that you can just vary a word.
Yeah.
So you use, it's not use. That's how I utilize it.
Me too.
What other words I shouldn't be using?
I don't know. What's the most overused? Don't use a laser pointer in presentations.
Why, make people dizzy?
It should never be helping you. There's never a reason.
What if we want to say, this is what I made?
So if you're using a computer for your presentation, which is what you're laser pointing at,
Mouse?
you can actually draw arrows in PowerPoint, or like make everything turn dark except that point. You can do lots of things that
I
people
do
are using
hate
a
people
laser.
who has like a really shaky hand at a certain point and they always just go on. And it does make it
Feels
dizzy.
I hate the
safe by
ones
the end of the
who
presentation.
read you through reading things.
Oh, yeah, I
Like
hate
they
that
always
too.
underline what they're reading at the time.
I
And I don't read at exactly the same pace as them, and they're just kind of like waving the laser
Yeah.
pointers.
Oh, the
It's just-
waving seems really bad, yeah. You should only use them very sparsely, you know, you just really want to point, otherwise you just don't keep it on the slides, it's really bad. And I have been advocating too, I gave Matt physically the green laser. I don't know what he did with it, every single time I saw him, he still used the red laser. And he didn't give me back the green
Every
laser. I would love to have the green laser, because it's much more bright. You might have lost it, knowing that.
Might be found when you move to a new building.
There we go. Not being that closet has like 15 different boxes from Matt's San Diego, no, Santa Barbara days, no, from Minnesota days.
Yeah.
Those are the box they moved, he moved from Minnesota to Santa Barbara to Berkeley, now to here. And he would not get rid of it. Other than he was seriously looking for something in
Yeah,
those
through the
boxes,
boxes,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I was very impressed, I mean, you know it's in those boxes, you sure?
It would only been sealed for like 15 years
Yeah.
at this point, right?
15 years, something like that. Okay, paragraph.
Okay. This is my least favorite role to play, by the way. So something like, I have something like, in the world of photosynthetic light harvesting, role of efficient energy transfer. fails to produce the expected results. However, they're being introduced to electron donating chemical substituents and adding them to the synthetic chromophores. Efficient, I feel like such an imposter whenever I say it. Efficient energy transfer realizes that it can increase its efficiency. And I didn't get through the whole thing. Can increase its efficiency and therefore realizes that strong electron correlation is a key component to its design principles. That's terrible. Sorry.
Isn't that
No,
sort of like a
it's
sad sentence? It's just a sentence. Paragraph, what are we supposed to do?
No.
Put it in the, it's supposed to be in the form of the
Circle.
log line maker, yeah,
Oh,
so
log
like,
line, oh,
in
the
an
hero.
ordinary world, so like in
Got
the
it.
world of photosynthetic light harvesting, which would be the ordinary world, right, that's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
general universe we're talking about. A flawed character, which is efficiency of energy transfer, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Seems fraud.
Has a catalytic event, which is,
Cannot figure out how to.
which is the failure of
Efficiency.
efficiency. And then takes stock, so it meets
Needs a
strong electron correlation, and decides to take action, which would be introducing it to, introducing the electron donating chemical substituents to the synthetic chromophores. Or meeting the electron donating chemical substituents, and then the stakes get raised, so that doesn't work, so then it says, oh, maybe I should put it with the synthetic chromophores, learning the lesson, and overcoming the opposition to achieve the goal, which is
Efficiency.
better efficiency through
Energy transfer.
through strong electron correlation.
Sounds good. Yeah.
I do think this is improved a lot from last time.
Better living
Oh,
correlation.
Yeah. This is,
Couple of important changes.
you know, it's read, it's read
Lesson.
really well. It read really well, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, the fact that I could actually like pull it all apart and do that means that you did a good job.
Thanks.
Most of the time I'm just like, whatever.
So whose story we haven't done yet? This is, and Carol.
So you're next, right?
It's entirely possible that I'm next.
Yeah. Well, you wanted to publish your story. This is a Hong Kong story.
It's a Hong Kong story.
Yeah.
So I can rewrite to Hong Kong and
Yeah.
do a fictional version.
Yeah, there was fictional version. I actually met Kitty yesterday, the deputy director for Hong Kong Center.
Oh, yeah. Oh, was she in town?
Yeah, she's in town. So she showed me pictures of Judy and David giving lectures in Hong Kong.
Yeah, awesome.
Are any of those pictures available to us?
Yes, yes,
That's a good
Kitty promised to give to me, except that she forgot. Let me. But yeah, she doesn't have
More good content.
Yeah.
So this week was supposed to be your story according to the,
Yeah, but we got shifted off from, cause I got dinged 2 in a row at some point.
so now we're switching what was, so weeks 9 and 8 and 9.
Yeah,
So
8 and 9.
You're
Yeah,
next,
yeah.
and then you're last.
All I know is I didn't get a reminder email, so I'm happy to write
That's
it.
okay with me.
So,
Your APC Claire sent her story around.
so by the way, if you guys haven't seen the new building design, it does have the tagline beyond the boundaries. Have you seen the new?
I did.
Yeah.
I have. It's in the, have you guys seen it? You
You
saw it
showed it to
yesterday.
me.
Yeah, beyond new boundaries.
Oh, I do like, thank you.